can't find what I need in a supermarket. It was supposed to be quick. Cheese-flavored chips, a liter of orange juice, bread. That was the list. The supermarket doors slid open with their usual hiss. A blast of cold air, the hum of fluorescence. Everything looked normal enough, maybe brighter. The aisles seemed longer though, rows stretching farther than I remembered. I grabbed a basket and went straight to the chips. The shelves were packed to the ceiling. Paprika, salt and vinegar, sour cream, steakhouse barbecue, curry, bacon ranch, maple syrup, even fried chicken flavor in neon bags I'd never seen before. But no cheese. I crouched, moved bags aside, checked behind them like maybe a few had slipped out of sight. All wrong. My hand closed around a yellow bag that said cheddar, heart jumping only to find the fine print underneath. Cheddar and onion, close but wrong, always wrong. I moved on. Juice aisle. 1 liter of orange juice, green cap, my brand. The shelf was bare except for a single tiny bottle. No bigger than my hand. Right label, right brand, the green cap, but 200 milliliters. Just one. I picked it up, turned it in my hand. Perfect, except useless. I set it back, walked farther down. Apple juice in every size. Grapefruit stacked to the ceiling. Exotic flavors I'd never seen. Lychee, guava, cactus fruit, but not orange. I went back for the tiny bottle. It was gone. Bread next. The bakery counter was longer than I remembered. It stretched on like a train platform. Glass displays filled with loaves. White, wheat, rye, sourdough. All perfect, all identical. Plastic bags sealed tight. Stickers blank. I asked the cashier. She looked up slowly, smile wide, eyes glassy.
Bread aisle.
She said. I'm in the bread aisle.
Bread aisle.
She repeated. I left the loaf on the counter and walked away. That's when I noticed the store wasn't just a store anymore. The frozen food aisle ended in a stairwell. I took it, thinking maybe it led to an upper level. It climbed, turn after turn, until my legs burned. At the top, instead of more frozen food, I found a bridge suspended over the aisles. From up there I could see the whole floor stretching into the distance. Rows of chips, soda, cleaning supplies, meat counters, all repeating like a pattern. The people below shuffled along, pushing carts with blank stares. I crossed the bridge. It ended at another set of stairs. Down, up, down again. When I finally stepped off, I was in a showroom. IKEA, beds made up, couches arranged, little living rooms built into neat squares, except people were sitting in them. Not shoppers, residents. A man in pajamas lay in one of the beds, reading a catalog. A woman cooked something on a display stove, stirring an empty pot with a wooden spoon. A child sat on a couch with the tag still dangling, watching a blank television. I asked one of them if they knew where the food section was. She smiled too brightly and said,
All food is food.
Then she went back to stirring. I walked deeper. Past the IKEA displays was a food court. Neon signs advertised meals. Sugarless sugar, boneless bone soup, water burger. Stalls stretched in both directions. Too many to count. People lined up patiently, trays in hand, but nobody was eating. I sat down for a moment. The chair was bolted to the floor. Across from me, a man lifted a burger to his mouth. When he bit down, nothing was inside, just air. He chewed anyway. I left. Back in the aisles, things were worse. The products had multiplied. Chips in every flavor but cheese. Juice in every size but 1 liter. Bread in every texture but plain. Cereal boxes with pictures upside down. Milk cartons labeled reduced oxygen. Pasta bags split open but nothing spilling. Every time I thought I'd found the right thing, my chest jolted with relief, only to collapse when I saw the flaw. 0.9 liters instead of 1. 247 grams instead of 250. Letters scrambled into nonsense. Close, close, close. Never exact. The store grew stranger the farther I went. One stairwell led down into a parking garage. Rows of cars, each with a price tag dangling from the mirror. But the license plates were blank and the steering wheels were on both sides at once. A family walked past me, pushing a shopping cart full of tires. Another aisle opened into what looked like a hotel lobby. Reception desk, potted plants, armchairs. A sign read, Youth Hostel, Section B. A man with a backpack asked me if I had a key to room 112. I told him I didn't. He nodded and walked away, repeating the room number under his breath like a prayer. The more I walked, the more restless I became. My body wouldn't settle. My skin prickled with the hum of the lights. My head buzzed with half-formed thoughts. I circled aisles, doubled back, ran upstairs, walked bridges, crossed through furniture halls and food courts and garages. Every new section felt connected, stitched into the supermarket like extra organs jammed into a body. And always, always, the wrong products. I asked again, a man in a suit carrying a basket full of the same jar, repeated over and over. Where's the orange juice? I asked. He didn't look at me. It's there if you're precise, he said and kept walking. A woman with a cart full of bread turned to me suddenly, grip like iron on my wrist. It has to be exact, she whispered, or you'll never leave. Then she let go, smiling too wide, and pushed her cart into the crowd. I don't know how long I've been here. The lights never dim, the air never changes. Sometimes I think I'm close. I see a bag of chips that look right. I pick it up, turn it over, and the letters crawl into new shapes. I see juice liter-sized, and when I blink, it shrinks to half. I see bread with the right weight printed on the bag, but inside is nothing but dust. I keep walking, bridges, stairs, food courts, furniture halls, aisles stretched out in every direction. The supermarket is endless, and I still haven't found what I need. I started counting the staircases. First one led up to a bridge, second down to the parking garage, third into IKEA. By the 7th I stopped. They all connected somewhere. Bridges to stairs to escalators to ramps. I climbed hundreds of steps only to arrive back at the same aisle of detergent. I tested it. I set a pack of sponges on the floor, climbed 3 different stairwells, crossed the showroom, went down an escalator and ended up right where I started. The same sponges waiting at my feet. The aisles were folding in on themselves. I started noticing loops in the people too. A man in a red jacket pushed past me, cart full of milk. 10 minutes later I saw him again. Same jacket, same cart, same carton wobbling near the edge. I followed. He turned the corner and vanished into the bread section. When I checked, he wasn't there. A woman hummed tunelessly in the produce aisle. I walked past, circled back, walked past again. Same note, same hum. Her hand hovering over the same apple. The cashiers repeated themselves too.
Do you have what you're looking for?
No.
Then keep looking.
Every time. The supermarket kept growing. Past frozen foods, a bridge leading to a hardware store section. Hammers, nails, saws, every price tag the same. $0. Past electronics and arcade. Lights flashing, screens frozen on insert coin. A man sat at one machine tapping the same button again and again. His tray of tokens was empty. Past the food court, a clinic. White walls, waiting chairs. A nurse behind the counter. Eyes blank, hands folded. When I asked what the section was for, she said, returns. Every time I thought I had found it, it was wrong. A bag of cheese chips, the right brand, the right bag, but the weight said 850 grams, not 200, not 1000, something that doesn't exist. A liter carton of orange juice, exact size, green cap, except the liquid inside slush black, not orange. A loaf of bread, perfect shape, crust golden, but when I squeezed it, it deflated like an empty bag. Close, 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 never exact. I felt the panic creeping in, but worse than panic, that inner restlessness. The sense of working too long on a problem, every fix breaking 3 more things. Every solution spawning new mistakes. I started moving faster, jogging aisles, taking stairs 2 at a time, hands shaking when I pulled items from shelves. My chest burned with the fluorescent hum. The people, they were changing too. At first they'd answer when I asked, wrong answers, but answers. Now their responses slipped sideways. Where's the juice? I asked a man with a cart full of jars. He didn't look at me.
It's there if you're precise.
He muttered over and over like a chant. A woman in the IKEA section grabbed me by the wrist. Her grip was iron.
It has to be exact,
she whispered. Then she smiled too wide and went back to staring at an empty pot on the fake stove. One night, I think it was night, though the lights never changed, I woke up on a display bed. Around me, people sat in armchairs, at dining tables, on couches. None of them moved, all of them smiling faintly, eyes locked on nothing, like they were waiting for a cue. I stopped keeping track of time. The supermarket doesn't have days. Sometimes I think I see the right thing. A bag of chips, a bottle of juice, a loaf of bread, and my chest leaps. My fingers close around it and then wrong. Letters rearranged, sizes inverted. Inside empty. Sometimes I find the exact shelf where I swear the right item should be. I come back later and the shelf is gone. Replaced by stairs leading nowhere. The products multiply, the aisles stretch. New sections bloom like tumors. Clinics, arcades, showrooms, hostels. All stitched together. All humming with the same fluorescent buzz. I keep walking. Bridges, stairs, food courts, furniture halls. Escalators looping into themselves. The supermarket is endless, and I still haven't found what I need. Loops in the aisles. I walked the same aisle 7 times. Or maybe it was 7 aisles that looked the same. Chips on the left, soda on the right. Floor tiles repeating like a copied pattern. On the 8th pass, there was a staircase where the soda should be. On the 9th, a bridge. On the 10th, the same aisle again. Same chip bags staring back at me. I turned corners until my legs burned, but every direction led back. The store folds in on itself, loops in the people. A woman at the register asked,
Do you have what you're looking for?
I said no. She smiled.
Then keep looking.
I circled the aisles, came back. Same register, same woman, same question.
Do you have what you're looking for?
No.
Then keep looking.
I came back again. Her voice never changed, only my throat raw from answering. I found the chips. Yellow bag, cheese flavor, brand correct. I picked it up. The weight said 247 grams. I found the juice. 1 liter, green cap, perfect carton. The liquid inside was black. I found the bread, golden crust, soft loaf. I tore it open. Inside was dust. Every time I think I have it, it falls apart in my hands. The supermarket adds more every time I walk. A youth hostel where aisle 3 used to be. Doors numbered, but all of them locked. People waiting outside, repeating room numbers under their breath. An arcade where the freezer aisle should have been. Screens flashing, insert coin. A man tapping the same button. Tray empty. Eyes hollow. A clinic with white walls. Nurse behind the counter. I asked what the section was for. She said returns. I asked what was being returned. She smiled and pointed at me. I tried running. I ran up bridges, downstairs, through showrooms, past food courts. Every section bled into the next. Cars for sale, beds made up, kitchens cooking nothing, furniture tagged with prices that never changed. I kept moving, my chest burning, skin buzzing, teeth aching with the fluorescent hum. I stopped, turned, looked back the way I came. It was all still there, stretching forever.
The supermarket is endless.
Supermarket is endless.
I haven't
I haven't
found
found
What I
any.
need. Close, close, close. Never exact. I walk.
I walk.
Bridges, stairs, showrooms, food courts, garages, hostels, arcades, clinics, aisles, aisles, aisles.
Do you have what you're looking for?
No,
Then keep looking. Then keep looking.
then keep looking. I don't remember what was on the list anymore. Chips, juice, bread, maybe. I only remember the shelves, the wrong things, the endless stairs. I only remember the hum, and I keep walking. And I keep walking. And I keep walking.